Going into this unscripted, as you can tell, my name is Daniel. I go by Indy or Indigo on my various social medias that I check once every 2 months. My friends and I like playing Dungeons and Dragons. Here is my player's handbook. I bought 4 years ago. This is the matching like foil cover Dungeon Master's Guide. And I want to use this YouTube channel primarily for ranting or talking about tabletop games and how we can use the rules introduced in other games to improve the base Dungeons & Dragons experience for you, your players, your friends, or the people that you want to introduce to the hobby. I don't know how frequently I'm going to upload. I don't know what topics I'm going to discuss video by video. I do want to talk about the things I like about Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, even though there's lots of problems. And I do want to start skewing away from that system because of the way Hasbro is being run or the way Wizards of the Coast makes decisions, and put more emphasis on smaller companies making more unique and interesting products that might appeal to people with certain tastes or certain niches. This is not going to be the most well-produced YouTube channel. I don't have any editing software. I do not have a tripod for my camera. Currently just using my iPhone and putting it on a charging dock that doesn't work. My videos will be primarily about Dungeons and Dragons, but I do want to talk about games that I've bought, like Mörk Borg and what it does really well, Shadowdark and what it does really well, and its supplements. I only have 1 and 2 right now. Cursed Scroll 3 is currently in the mail. Mörk Borg also has very cool supplements. A lot of them are community additions. Certain classes and ways of playing were written by community members, people who care about the game. And I eventually want to make a video talking about the difference between certain niche subjects, such as this is the traditional 5th edition Dungeon Master screen, and I want to talk about why it's well designed, why it's not, and what makes the Game Master screens for games like Shadowdark and Mörk Borg different and useful comparably. So if you're into those nerdy topics, I would appreciate a subscribe. I would appreciate a like or a comment if you want to see something more specific. I am growing my collection. I do have a copy of the cyberpunk version of Mörk Borg, which is referred to as Cyborg. I have games I want to talk about in a positive light. I have games I want to talk about in a more critical light, such as games such as Candela Obscura. Candela Obscura was well-intentioned, but I do want to make a video about why it's not perfect, and general nerdy tabletop stuff. I want to make videos talking about different settings. You can tell I paid a decent amount of money for this, and there's some really great things about the setting. There's some things that I wish they expanded on, but that might be its own video in the future. don't know an upload schedule or anything like that, but I'm very enthusiastic and in love with tabletop games, anything that can make something more fun for your friends or for your players. That's what I want to do. If that means weird dice, I want to show off weird dice. If that means showing off products that were made with love and passion, like Morkborg. I waited for like a year to buy this, and it was probably one of the best purchases I've ever made. I will make an in-depth video at some point talking about each of the systems that I buy. I do want to look at Mausritter. I do want to buy Old School Essentials, even though I don't believe my friends would necessarily get into that. Just to have it would be perfect. Shadow Dark is the one I heard about recently that was like, this is my white whale, this is the one I wanted the most. And now that I have it, I'm going to make videos talking about what works really, really well, how to kind of cross it with your main Dungeons and Dragons games, and if you have any ideas for other games that you would like me to talk about or review or play with my friends, either as like a long-term campaign or a one-shot, I would love to do that in the future. If I could get like a nice setup with cameras and microphones, that's the dream, to just play tabletop games with my friends for the rest of my life. So if you're interested in that, I would love the support. I would love a subscription. I would love a like or comment about any topic related to tabletop games. And if in the future you want me to expand into more nerdy, whatever kind of topics, movies, TV, anime, I don't really watch a lot of anime, but if you want me to talk about it, I'll watch it. For now, I am focusing on tabletop games and how you can use the passion of other people's hard work to improve Dungeons and Dragons, which touts itself as the world's greatest role-playing game. It can be, but you have to tailor it to your friends. And I would love to make a scripted video where I elaborate on that more. But for now, this is me rambling like an idiot, like a madman, about a hobby that I love. I do genuinely love tabletop games. I went on a dice buying spree for like a year and a half. So, you know, I'm easily entertained by shiny things. So that's that's one thing. I don't know how to end this because I did not script any of this. I just wanted to get my insane ramblings out one way or the other. So if you enjoy tabletop games, leave a comment about games that you want me to talk about, games that I've shown, like Morkborg, games that I have not yet purchased or not yet looked at, like Mausritter or Old School Essentials. I will eventually buy those. I'm also looking into Dragonbane and other games owned by Free League or published by Free League. I have been in the kind of non-D&D side of the hobby for the last year. Due to, you know, scandals with the company and whatever. So I need to learn how to edit so I can take out these awkward pauses. Please, if you are interested in any games that are not D&D, games that are easier to play than D&D, games that are cheaper to get into than D&D, leave comments about which game you're interested in, if you want me to talk about it, price points, how to get into it for free, so that you don't have to pay what I paid for some of these games, because That can be a big barrier to entry for the hobby, and I would love for more people to get into these games without the price barrier. This was $60, but it did come with a PDF. This was $30, no PDF. These individually, I think this was $20. I think this was $25. If you don't have to pay for something, I would love to help you get it for free. Mörk Borg specifically has so many free resources. The book is full of crazy art, which is part of the price point. There is a free PDF version that has no art. So that's something to look into if you want to play these games for free. Also, I believe the full rule set for Mörk Borg is completely on one page. Every rule you would need to play Mörk Borg is on one page, and I'm hoping to get it in frame. So if someone wanted to play Mörk Borg for free, they could. I'm not going to show off anything else because I feel like supporting these non-Hasbro companies is worth it on its own. Shadow Dark, if you could play it for free, that's great. I would really like to help support the writers and artists who worked so hard to make these games. I'm going on a bit of a rambling spree. I will make videos in the future about each individual game and the rules and supplements that I buy. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to upload a video this long to YouTube. That is just rambling and me being insane. But I've also been sick for a week and looking for an excuse to talk about my hobby. So, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. And I don't know what I'm doing, so help me learn how to do better. Thank you.